Last night, Iran launched dozens of ballistic missiles on Israel, forcing the Israeli civilians to rush to bomb shelters. Around 181 ballistic missiles were fired by Iran at Israel. And you can see the visuals behind me on the big screen. These dots that you see were missiles along with the debris that was falling on the Israeli soil. Now, this triggered air raid sirens across the country. Residents were ordered to remain close to bomb shelters. Life-saving instructions were sent to the people of Israel. Now, this happened the day Israel began limited ground operations in southern Lebanon. As per Iran, the target was 2 military bases of Israel and headquarters of Mossad, Israel's intelligence service. Iran called it Operation True Promise 2. Now, Israel's Iron Dome was seen in action, with the Israeli Defense Forces claiming that a number of missiles were intercepted and only few hit in central and southern areas. That's what's being reported. Over 180 missiles, ballistic missiles, were fired, but thanks to the Iron Dome of Israel, that they intercepted many of them and only few hit the ground. That's what the Israelis are claiming. Soon after that, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Iran has made a big mistake and Israel will make Iran pay for it.
הערב איראן שוב תקפה את ישראל במאות טילים. המתקפה הזאת נכשלה. היא סוכלה בזכות מערך ההגנה האווירי של ישראל, שהוא המתקדם ביותר בעולם, ואני מברך את צה"ל על ההישג המרשים. היא גם סוכלה בזכות הערנות והאחריות שגיליתם אתם, אזרחי ישראל. ואני מודה גם לארצות הברית על תמיכתה במאמץ ההגנה שלנו. איראן עשתה הערב טעות גדולה, והיא תשלם על כך. המשטר באיראן לא מבין את נחישותנו להגן על עצמנו ואת נחישותנו לגמול לאויבינו. אלה שלא מבינים זאת, הם יבינו. נעמוד בכלל שקבענו. מי שתוקף אותנו, אנחנו תוקפים אותו. זה נכון בכל מקום כשאנחנו נלחמים בציר הרשע. זה נכון ליהודה ושומרון, זה נכון לעזה, ללבנון, לתימן, לסוריה, וזה נכון גם לאיראן. אנחנו נלחמים בציר הרשע בכל מקום.
Now, you heard the statement of the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who after that you get a better sense of how Israel is preparing to counter Iran's missile threat and also to understand whether Indians in Israel are in harm's way. Times Now spoke to the spokesperson of the Israel Embassy in New Delhi, Guy Neer. Here's an excerpt from that conversation.
Much appreciated, Mr. Neer, for joining us. Of course, the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, he's delivered a very strong message to Iran after the terror attack in Jaffa yesterday night and the missile attack which was carried out on your territory. However, we also have Iran coming out and now saying that they are going to intensify the strikes. What is the preparation by Israel? How do we expect Israel to respond to this?
Okay, so we need to understand that yesterday Iran has launched a massive attack at Israel, firing over 180 ballistic missiles toward Israel, focusing primarily at the civilian infrastructure and homes. And this is a grave escalation that needs to be taken care of, and Iran will pay for its actions. Right now, Israeli IDF is assessing the next steps, and Iran will have to pay for what it has done.
Well, of course, it is going to be a measured response. However, we have seen in the past, so far, Israel has been fighting the proxies of Iran, never directly the nation. Should we now say, or would it be the right understanding to say that Israel and Iran now are at war?
Israel is definitely assessing the next steps on what to do. This, unfortunately, could escalate. I really hope that it doesn't, but Iran has decided single-handedly to attack Israel with complete disregard to international cries to not attack Israel. So if this does escalate, this is completely Iran's doing.
Now, Gaine, one of the things that we've seen, of course, IDF has been engaged in Gaza and, of course, in Lebanon as well on the ground. If there is a further escalation with Iran, how do you assess Israel's approach is going to be on a multi-front battle? Let's not forget Israel currently is fighting on 3 out of 5 fronts.
We, of course, don't want a multi-front battle. I remind you that this has started almost a year ago on the 7th of October, when when Hamas has launched single-handedly the most horrible attack on our people. And this is completely backed by Iran. Iran is the head of the snake, arming, training, financing mega terror groups like Hamas, like Hezbollah, to bring destruction to the state of Israel. Dozens of Israelis have already been killed, including 12 children, while playing soccer in the north of Israel. And if this escalates, this will mean that we will have to take action to make sure that Israeli people and civilians could go back to their homes and could be free. This is our responsibility as a nation to protect our civilians from any harm.